Be in the know with unlimited access to IBJ and Inside Indiana Business. Our in-depth coverage of all things business means you'll always be completely in the know. Subscribe for just $1 a week. Get started now at ibj.com/trial offer.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio on demand for Wednesday, April 1st, 2026. I'm Gary Dick. Aisin Drivetrain is using its facility in Crothersville to assemble and test 6-speed transmissions that will be used in Mazda's CX-30 and CX-50 crossover SUVs. President Joe Newman tells Inside Indiana Business the company has invested $35 million in the project, which came together in very quick fashion.
Normally, when production lines would come into a facility, you have about 12, 18 months to install, test, and then run some trial parts before you go. And we were able to get all of this equipment in here, installed, and build our first shippable product within 8 months, which is really almost unheard of.
A proposed large-scale industrial development in western Indiana aims to position Sullivan County as a next-generation industrial hub. Heartland Industrial Park is envisioned as a 1,000-plus acre light industrial campus targeting light manufacturing, data centers, logistics, and advanced technology. Developers say the project could become one of the largest economic development investments in Indiana history, with an estimated $65 billion in total private investment across 2 phases. Phase 1, a major data center project. 13 Indiana companies are included on the 2026 Inc. Regionals list in the Midwest category. The list ranks the fastest-growing privately owned companies based on percentage of revenue growth from 2022 to 2024. Indianapolis-based Cloud Accountant Staffing is the highest-ranked Indiana business at number 3 on the list. The company saw 667% revenue growth over the 2-year period, and you can see the complete list at InsideIndianaBusiness.com. You're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio. Hello and welcome to Inside Indiana Business. I'm Gary Dick, coming to you this week from Northwest Indiana, Jeffersonville, Muncie, South Bend, in downtown Evansville, Terre Haute, Fort Wayne, Richmond, from one of the state's key entrepreneurial and innovation hubs, 16 Tech. Inside Indiana Business, Indiana's business news leader. 21 Indianapolis City-County councilors sent a letter this week warning that a major industrial development in Lebanon poses serious environmental risk to Eagle Creek Park.
The LEAP Research and Innovation District is a roughly 9,000-acre industrial park being developed in Lebanon along Interstate 65. Its tenants include Eli Lilly and Company manufacturing facilities and a Meta data center campus. At the center of the dispute is a deal for Citizens Energy Group, Indianapolis's public water utility, to supply up to 25 million gallons of water per day from Indianapolis sources, including Eagle Creek Reservoir, to Lebanon utilities by 2031. Under current plans, Lebanon Utilities would then discharge treated industrial wastewater from the LEAP site through a pipeline back into Eagle Creek Reservoir. Residents have protested the plan for months, raising concerns that wastewater discharged into reservoirs could harm wildlife such as birds and fish. The council letter said it could not support the city's participation in the project until those concerns are addressed. Citizens Energy Group said it is, quote, committed to protecting local water resources and has been consistent in our communications about ensuring environmental protection, end quote. Alex Brown, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Indianapolis-based data and technology consulting firm Resultant has acquired Chicago-based consulting firm Liberty Advisor Group. Liberty specializes in merger and acquisition advisory services for private equity firms and Fortune 500 companies. The company says it has supported more than 300 M&A transactions since it was founded in 2008. This is Gary Dick for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand. Indiana's biggest names, their most personal stories. The Business and Beyond podcast brings you one-on-one conversations with the state's top leaders in business, sports, politics, and culture. If you want to know what makes Indiana tick, this is your show. Subscribe and listen wherever you get your podcasts or at ibjpodcasts.com.
Thanks for listening to this IBJ Media podcast. You're probably going to remember this ad. Do you know why? Podcast advertising works. 85% of listeners recalled hearing an ad during a podcast, and 70% of podcast listeners have acted after hearing an ad. So whether you're looking to be heard across the entire IBJ Media Podcast Network, sponsor one of our shows, or just start with a 30-second ad, IBJ Media can help. Contact advertise@ibj.com to learn more.